If there's any Mr. Nightmare videos that you know I 100% have not reacted to before, whether it was his original video or like an animated version of it, let me know that in the comment section below. Got your snacks? Cuddle Buddy and Adidas? Check, check, and check. Sup, dough. Mr. Nightmare is the best.
I'm sure we've all gotten computer viruses at some point in our lives.
I haven't. I haven't at all. Nope. Cannot relate to that. And it's probably due to the fact that I have a Mac. So yeah, I've always had a Mac. Well, my very first computer or laptop, it was a Mac. So yeah, and I think they come pre-installed with like virus protection or something like that. But anybody that has ever had a virus, damn. I wish I could just take the camera and just... Misty is like, her hands, her paws, she's like trying to get in the door. I don't know why. She's not coming in here because she clogs up every... I'm getting off topic, I'm sorry.
Ranging from basic malware to Trojan horses. I was one day going through my school email when I was a teenager. There was this random, suspicious-looking email. It was apparently a job offer, or rather an offer for an interview for a summer internship position with this company I'd never heard of. There was a link at the bottom of the email that said it led to the company's website, so I clicked on it. A new web browser opened, but the web page never loaded. The loading bar was stuck at like halfway, and the mouse cursor had the loading symbol as well, but it just wouldn't ever load. It was only a white screen. After refreshing the page a few times, leading to nothing, I closed the page and deleted the email. The next day after school was when I noticed my computer was working overall much...
That's where you plugged up at, though. You open the junks. You open, come on, man. Okay, come on. That's where the problem lies. That's where you plugged up at, that email right there.
It took a while to start up, it took a while for programs to open. Sometimes the mouse would even freeze for a few seconds. It was extremely aggravating. I attempted to do a disk cleanup to speed it up, but it didn't do anything. I tried restarting it a few times, did nothing either. So I decided to use my mom's desktop computer in the basement to do my homework. The next time I turned on my computer, things were a lot worse. A pop-up kept coming up on my screen that I'd never seen before. It kept saying in all capitals, error, error. And every time I tried to exit out, another one would pop up. My mouse was locked to the window, meaning I couldn't move the cursor anywhere outside of the little window. At this point, I knew I had some kind of virus, though this was the most aggressive virus I'd ever seen. I pressed Ctrl-Alt-Delete repeatedly until it finally responded, and I was able to bring up the task manager and restart the Explorer, which actually fixed the issue. I was able to use my laptop again. So first thing I did was rush to download an antivirus program and hope that it would detect whatever was on my computer. The program did detect a large number of viruses and malware on my laptop, so I purchased the full version so that it could perform a deep, thorough cleaning of my computer. After a couple hours of me playing StarCraft on my computer, the program alerted me that the scan was complete and the viruses had been removed.
You sure?
My laptop didn't exactly go back to normal working speed after that. Days later, I had a new suspicious email when checking my school email account. It was titled, "Open this now." I guess I'm a fool for choosing to open it after...
Yeah, you're a fool. You're a fool. Wow, my voice cracked. You're a fool, a dumbass, a clock ass, a head ass, a ugly ass. You're just an ass, to be honest. And I may be thinking, oh no, Gator, giving him the benefit of the... I'm not giving him no benefit of the doubt. He a clock ass. He been a cluck ass. He will always forever be a cluck ass. You should have had no business opening that first email. Because that first email was sus. And then you just, hey, 11, I see. Then you just, do it again?
It's getting a virus that I suspected was from that first suspicious email. Upon opening the email, I realized it was blank, that there was a .zip file attached. The contents were unknown to me, and I didn't want to open it and find out what it was, so I deleted the email and went about my day. However, a few hours later, the next time I got back on my laptop, another error message kept popping up on my screen like last time.
Wow.
This time it said, "You didn't open your email," in all capital letters. I Control-Alt-deleted myself out of the pop-up once again, with my heart now racing. I opened my email again, and there was another new email, again titled "Open this now," this time in all capital letters. Feeling threatened, I opened the email and downloaded the content.
Feeling threatened, you open that shit. So whenever you feel threatened, you just gonna just open it. You just gonna be curious and check it out. Instead of calling the authorities so they can handle it, you just gonna do it yourself. Gotcha.
It was a collection of videos of me through my webcam. It was just me sitting there using my laptop. I don't want to get into detail, but I felt sick to my stomach when I realized the video captured me doing some embarrassing things.
Pause.
Along with the videos was a text document containing only my address. There was one more video in a separate folder. It was taken inside of a van speeding past my parents' house, and a creepy man's laughter could be heard over the sound of the wind blowing into the car. I placed a piece of tape over my webcam, saved all of my important files to a bunch of flash drives, and did a factory reset of my computer. Before doing that, I replied to the email that I was getting the police involved, and that's what my parents and I did. We reported the emails and evidence to the police, and they said they'd use their forensics team to find the culprit. Unfortunately, this hacker really knew what he was doing, because they weren't able to track him.
I would say get a new laptop, but they already know where you live, so no.
I'd say this happened around 5 years ago. This game came out that I really wanted, but didn't want to drop $60 on it, so I may have looked for ways to download it for free. I found some website off Google. It had some quick text tutorial on how to download the game for free, involving simply clicking the download button at the bottom of the page. The program started installing. By the time it finished, I opened the folder, but there was no game in the folder. It was just a bunch of weird text documents, so I already knew I was scammed. I deleted the folder from my computer at once, and that was that. Or at least I thought it was. After that, I'd periodically start hearing these weird sound effects and short 20-second cartoonish songs playing in the background on my computer. I tried to find what could be causing it in the task manager, but I couldn't. So I restarted my computer, and that seemed to fix it at least for a little bit. But then, as the week progressed, I noticed more and more stuff acting up. I'd get bizarre pop-ups, and random Internet Explorer tabs would open with sketchy websites and advertisements. My antivirus program wasn't doing anything to fix the issue, so I was planning on taking it somewhere to get it looked at the next day. In the meantime, I turned the computer off for a couple hours and just did other things with my day. When I returned to my room to prepare for bed, I turned the computer back on to see if anything had maybe changed. Upon signing into my account and getting to the desktop, I was greeted with something I wasn't expecting. My desktop wallpaper had been changed to some grotesque, horrific creature standing outside of someone's window.
Oh no! God damn!
I fell back in my seat as I saw this. No one in my family could have done this, as I have always had passwords on all of my devices. I turned my computer off by holding the power button for a few seconds this time. I didn't turn it back on that night. I planned on bringing it to the Geek Squad first thing in the morning before I had class. I went to sleep early since I didn't have my laptop to really do anything on. I woke up at some bizarre hour. It was still completely pitch black outside. I woke up startled from something, but I didn't know what it was. Not until I heard it again. It was a loud, aggressive bang at my window. I looked at my window, which had the blinds angled half closed. I somehow gathered the courage to get up and twist the rod, angling the blinds open completely. I saw something taped to the glass on the other side. I took my phone and rose the screen up to the window, revealing the same picture as what had been set as my desktop wallpaper. I didn't see who put it there. I didn't care. I went to get my dad and show him. When he saw the picture, he went under his bed to grab his gun and storm outside. He screamed at the top of his lungs that if whoever was out there ever came back, he'd unload the entire clip into their skulls. The next day, the picture on the window was gone. I took my laptop to the Geek Squad, and the 2 workers who were helping me said my computer was flooded with different types of malware. And after I told them my story, they were convinced I got a virus from trying to download that game, which apparently opened the door for new viruses. This somehow led to me becoming a target of some serious hacker who, to this day, I still don't know why they targeted me. I didn't get my laptop back for 2 days, but they worked their magic, and my computer was once again clean. I think my dad scared off whoever was stalking me, and just knowing how protective my dad is, and the fact that he has a gun, was the only reason I was able to sleep after that.
Or they could just be waiting patiently for the right moment to pluck you up.
I'm currently 26 years old. So this happened 3 years ago because I know I was 23 at the time. It was my last semester in college. I had to do an extra semester to fit all my credits. I was doing really poorly in one of my coding classes, so I used some forums a lot to help. I was reading a specific post regarding C++, and some deleted user posted a link to an archived folder allegedly containing answers to the textbook problems that I was currently working on. That was actually a godsend given my current situation, so I downloaded it. Not that I ever condone cheating. I was just undergoing an unbelievable amount of stress with this class. I used WinRAR to decompress the folder and view the contents. Interestingly enough, there was another compressed folder inside the folder I just decompressed. When I tried to decompress this one as well, I saw it was password protected. In one of the text documents titled README, it said to obtain the password, run the file titled run.exe. I checked the folder and saw there was in fact a file called run.exe, so I ran it. Biggest mistake I made. My computer made a weird noise. For half a second, a small blank window popped up, then disappeared. Nothing else happened, so I tried running it at least 3 more times. But when nothing happened, I gave up and put the folder into the recycle bin. It wasn't until the middle of the night that something else happened. I woke up to a screaming sound from inside my room. I nearly shat myself. I found myself pushing up against the wall at first, dazed and confused. I saw the light of my laptop screen glimmering through the closed lid. The screaming sound seemed to be coming from my laptop as well. See, I keep my laptop on overnight, just plugged in, but I always keep the screen closed. I didn't understand how the laptop screen could be on or how it could be making noise if the lid was closed.
Man.
The sight and sound emitting from my laptop in the middle of the night was surreal. I felt scared approaching it to turn it off. When I opened the screen, my desktop wallpaper was changed to a disturbing, screaming face of this horrible creature. It was nightmarish. All my desktop icons were gone, and the taskbar was red. I couldn't move the mouse, and pop-ups shortly started appearing, all of them saying run, all as that horrible screaming continued. I held the power button on my laptop until it turned off, and I unplugged the cord. Obviously I knew I had a virus, but that was just something else. I booted my computer into safe mode the next morning and restored it back to an earlier date, and that did the trick. But a few days later, I received something in the mail with no return address. Inside the envelope was a big printed picture of that screaming face. On the back, it said, run. I crumpled it up and threw it in the trash, which was a mistake because it could have been used as evidence. But I never received anything else in the mail after that. When I think back now, I wonder if that .exe file wasn't named run as in telling you to run the file, but rather it meant run.
Jesus. Oh my God. Mr. Nightmare is just one hell of a storyteller because Jesus. Don't just open links, open emails just cause. You know, I think the subject line, or like, if you, at least with like a Google account, like we have a Gmail account, you can check the subject line, and there's like a brief, like, very brief, like a few words that tells you what the email is about without even opening the email, which is great. Excuse me. Because with that, I probably could have saved. I saved so much. I saved so much time. You know, so much club time, to be honest with you. Because I get so many random emails that have nothing to do with what I'm trying to accomplish in life. So I just delete them without even opening them because I can see what the email is going to be about. But some of y'all just be opening links, opening emails just cause. And that's where you're going to cluck yourself up at. Keep it cool, keep it classy. I love you. Stay happy. My family.